How you doing, Bob, Neil, American Duck, and another Bob and Blake? It might be a little slower tonight in here because the Super Bowl's on, but I don't watch it, so you know. But Lonnie, what is up? Let me enlarge my screen here to make it easier on old people eyes for me. There we go. And Sua, just making sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, it could be a little slower tonight due to the Super Bowl, but it's okay. I'm starting to hill up now a little bit, so I thought I'm going to go ahead and do it. Mr. Pearson, how are you, Kevin? And I hope you're feeling better. As someone bought the common cold into my workplace. Now I'm suffering from it. Oh, Blake, I don't know what one you have, but I had the flu for about a week now, and no pity needed, but that one kicked my butt. It really did. Not easy. Josh, I thought it was you, brother, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, this one kicked me pretty hard, and I usually am really durable when it comes to stuff like that. But I did make a list up tonight so we could talk about some Volkswagen stuff and have a lot of fun. But Mr. Perez, what is up, James, brother? Yeah, this one was a little rough. I'm waiting until more people get in here before I bring up Volkswagen stuff. And Kevin and April, how are you? And Scott, what is up, brother? That's Pappy. That's a very, very close friend of mine that lives up the street. And Dave and Abe, how are you, brother? And Heidi with her baby goats. And thank you for the donation, Josh. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that very, very much. I flew in August. I was out for about a week on my knees this time. Common cold, perfect way to spend one of my day off. Blake, don't that happen? You have a day off and then boom, And Bill, what's up, buddy? And Gary, truthfully, I thought, I just got a cold. And then like 2 days later, it just blew me out of the water. I could barely get up out of bed. It was insane, Oh, we'll squeeze pizza in, Kevin. Make no mistake, Abe, how are you feeling, my friend? Abe, one of our family members here, had a pretty bad spine situation. So I hope that you're getting back to better health. And Adam is in here. We have 23 people that quick. I'm surprised because of the Super Bowl tonight. You must have one in August. It's flu in August, other me, of course. Yeah, there's been a lot of people sick this year. It's insane. I've never gotten hit this hard with something. That's why I did a compilation video this week with the transmission stuff, because with my lungs filled like that, I didn't want to go in the garage in that type of cold and lay on the ground. I have a really exciting video coming up this week. So I've seen a couple of people do them over the last year, and they're not intricate enough. They're not up close enough in detail. So I'll be doing a good video this week. It's a fairly simple video to make, but I think it's going to help a lot of people with starting issues and slow starts. I believe I got to paint in the piston power shop event, so I'm so excited. Haven't talked to you lately. Oh, that's awesome, Josh. Josh does some nice pinstriping work. He really, really does, in all honesty. And I told him, don't stop what you're doing. You're going to have haters and ignorance no matter what you do in life. And sadly, I've noticed they do that to him. And it's just wrong. You're supposed to lift each other, not put each other down. And Rick, what is up, brother? He finished his chores, moving stuff from Dad's house. Yeah, but you got to help family, brother. I'll be doing that soon here. I'm off the heavy pain meds now for 2 months. Abe, that's good news. I like to hear that. I really do. For what happened to you, I'm glad that you're doing as good as you are. I got to see if I got to turn down this light in a minute here. There we go. That might be a little better. I think I had the light too bright, possibly. And let me see here. Excuse me, 20 minutes to halftime Super Bowl show. I think Kid Rock's going to be on there, I think. I've heard, I don't know. I don't really keep up on a lot of stuff like that. I think somebody posted that on Facebook. And Toby is in for a bit, who has a beautiful front beam. I had to bring that up because I like what he did to it. It looks beautiful. Oh, they were due Friday. Not yet, Heidi. Well, I'm sure it'll be a surprise that's going to catch you off guard. Just took some NyQuil about 20 minutes ago. If I disappear or assume knock me out. Blake, you do what you got to do, brother. Trust me, I know. I was taking Mucinex DM the whole time, and it actually helped a lot. It kept me from going into the hospital, I believe, And oh, absolutely, Josh, absolutely. You do nice work. You really, really do. And Darren is in. What is up, brother? That's like funny. That's why I smoke cannabis, but I've been paying pills. Hey, whatever works for you, Josh, you do it. You do what you got to do to alleviate pain, because I know you do have a lot of pain and stuff. I do know that. Carl, what is up, brother? And Ronnie Rhodes stopped in from Contanning, my Carmen Gia buddy that lives out the road with a beautiful, beautiful Gia. I thought somebody sent a message to my phone. Mind a butter, borrow your teeter table. Yeah, you know what? I still didn't get on it yet, and I really should, so I can fill the ground again one day. And I keep putting it off. I mean, put onions in your socks, drink a shot of whiskey, and go to bed. I was actually rubbing Vicks on the bottom of my feet and putting socks on. I don't know if it really did anything. I'm not sure, Pass the nutter butter around. Oh, you remember that, Darren? Yeah, I went and got Heather some Mucinex because she got what I got. And then I was in the store and seeing cookies and cake, and I'm like, oh, and I usually don't eat that way. So I'll blame the illness. Music's very good stuff to go through the day. NyQuil is my nighttime clothes. Yeah, the Mucinex really helped a lot with the congestion in the lungs. This one, I don't get sick, so it was kind of weird. But I did that snow outside, snow blower blowing in my face, and there was something weird. I got sick right after that. I don't know what the deal was. It's not much trick learned years ago. Yeah, a lot of them have really good advice, all sincerely. MV, what is up, brother? How are you tonight, Mike? And I wish I let everybody put their real names on here because, sometimes I can get forgetful when there's so many coming up. And then when you say your name, then I know who it is right away. 20 minutes down the road from me. Oh, cool. That's cool, James. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it would be. James and I talk privately. Jackson's Garage, what is up? And my tiny human had pneumonia, and that's what I did. Oh, yeah, he's a little guy yet. He's young. That's scary, man, when the kids get sick. That is scary. 2 weeks ago, I missed her. And Bill Oakley, what is up? How are you tonight? Welcome aboard, and thank you for being here. And Wayne stopped in. Actually, Wayne, Heather's in bed. She went downhill, brother. So it's going to take her a little bit to, get back together a little bit. But we're in the same household. I tried staying clear of her, and you can only do so much. You know what I mean? Dino called me the other night, who just stopped in here, and he said it was worse the other day. He could verify it. He's like, you sound like RFK. But I was like pretty bad shape, but he called to check on me. I rarely get sick, maybe once a year. Hopefully, so this year. I hate feeling this way, Yeah, it's Blake, I always said, I've been saying this since I was young, which I'm not no more. You never realize how good you really feel, even though we got aches and pains, until you really get sick and you're like, wow, I wasn't doing so bad before, I just switched my handle so folks know it's me. Hope everyone's. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, change your name and handle in your YouTube settings. Okay. I didn't know that, to be quite honest with you, Dino, because all of a sudden, as of a few weeks ago, and we're like one big family in here. Now there's only 30 people tonight, but sometimes there's 100, Normally there's between 70 and 100 people. I knew with the Super Bowl this would happen. It's perfectly fine. But all of a sudden, all the nicknames changed and got weird. And I'm like, crap, I don't know who anybody is. And then I don't want to be ignorant. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get the likes up, people. Smash the like button. And actually, I cleaned out stuff from Dad's house, got a storage unit, and now I'm going to start cleaning out the garage in my house. Yeah, my garage needs cleaned up. I got to get it done so I can get back in the garage. Sick or not, I'm going back in this week. I got a really good video I'm doing this week that somebody in our live chat asked me to do a couple of weeks ago. So the part will be here Tuesday. And I got to get back on the car. I want it done for the summer and to have fun. And we got a big cruise they're going to start having near my house. It's an all-car cruise. but I'm really excited about that. Let me see here. Theraflu medicine for me 2 weeks ago, feeling a little bit better today. Yeah, you know what, Bill? As we get older, brother, whew, I don't get sick. But this time I'm like, oh, I'll be better in a couple of days. That didn't work out. The RFK joke. Yeah, Dino wanted to check on me. Him and I are very close, and he called, and I was like, yeah, I was having a hard time, and he's like, uh-oh, what's wrong? You okay? You sound like RFK, and but he's a blast to be on the phone with. So I'm the channel number one in the game. Okay, number one is watching both. He's splitting it up, man. Joe, what's up, Mr. Chapin? How you doing, brother? Kids germs will take you out. My wife's a teacher, brings stuff home. I start taking vitamin D, K2. Yeah, I do take D3 and K2. I take a laundry list of natural stuff. It's a wonder I don't look like a big supplement, an old supplement. Heather keeps me pumped up pretty good, but I think this one just overrode the system. You know what I mean? Thank you for the super chat donation, Dino. I appreciate that very much. I really, really do. Thank you a million. Those little donations help a lot, and the big donations help a lot. And pizza helps a lot because Dino funded 2 years ago our Slade picnic with 3 million pizzas, I think, which I'll never forget that in all sincerity. I'm a party listening with my phone up to my ear. I'm not missing the live. Thanks, Jackson. That's a diehard, man. Good evening, Slade. Oh, Chris, what's up, brother? How are you tonight? Like I said, I got a list I'm going to start going through for the fun of it in a little bit here. You see, Kevin, my cousin, he just said an employee's fiance, there's always something hovering around me, very great funny, and all this sickness, my immune system pretty tight. And you know what? If you have a wife that's a teacher or children in school, when I was younger and my kids were in school, Matt Moose, what is up, Mike? How are you, brother? You're on the road, so please just listen. I know you're here and I appreciate it. He listens while he's on the road driving. But you know, every time my kids would start school, when did they start? Like September or something? I don't even remember now, the end of August. And we knew that was it. We were all going to get colds because kids go to school, they slobber all over each other. You know, it's normal. But I used to think, oh man, everybody's going to be sick constantly now. Multitasking too, Turning Point show to Jimi Hendrix rendition of the national anthem. It was awesome. Oh, wow. Oh, I'll watch that on YouTube. Somebody will put it up. That would be really, really cool. It's fun watching YouTube and me. Wish I could send one of my good weather guys back east. Went cruising top down there, stay crazy. I'd have to do that in February. Yeah, I'm tired of winter. You know, I do need to get in the garage regardless. It is what it is. You know, I got to get some stuff done. I'm just making sure this is out of my chest before I'm laying on the concrete, because the concrete, I don't know when it's 5 degrees here. I don't know what the concrete is. And I lay mats down, but it just penetrates right through them. You know, I'm on the 6 kids, my family. When someone wrote something home, I'd be like, oh God. And we'd start dropping like flies. That was a way to put it, Blake. I remember they were all stuck in the living room sick. And you know what, Blake? Funny story. Lonnie, what's up, honey? Thank you for being here. Oh, this winter's been long, babe. I know. And you're up in Canada, so you're really getting pounded. You know, Blake, it's funny. Well, not funny. I have 4 children, and when they were little, I forget one of them got sick, and I thought, like you, Heather and I and all 4 kids got hit with a stomach bug so bad we were crawling across the floor to take care of the kids. I never forgot that, and that was like 30 years ago. So you start dropping like flies. I'm not laughing about somebody being sick, you know, but yeah, I knew the count would be lower tonight. We only have 36 people instead of 70 to 100, but I understand. I don't expect anybody to put aside what they look forward to every year. You know what I mean? And we have Daniel Garcia. Everyone just created a post for sale on the marketplace because of 3 different set of VW wheels to sell. Danielle, are you a member of the Slades VW classified group? Because it's starting to grow now, so you might want to post on there. We have a lot of good members on there that's always looking, and some are selling stuff. I don't know if you belong to that. And Fernando, how are you tonight? Thank you for stopping in. And kindergarten through senior October, my birthday is the beginning of the month. My head strip throat. Ugh. And that's where it started in my sinuses and throat. So I thought, oh, okay, I got some type of simple cold. But when it hit my chest, I'm like, oh crap, this isn't good, you know? And there is my beautiful daughter, Jamie Lynn. Hello, baby girl. I love you. She said she was going to try to stop in this week because she's juggling two kids all the time. And James Perez, what is up, brother? Thank you for stopping in, sweetheart. Where's my baby? Is she in the background? Hello. It's Pappy. Oh, she has her hands full with two of them. And I got to tell you, my daughter, Jamie, she's an amazing mom. She's like super mom. I'm so proud of her. I'm so glad she stopped in tonight. I really, really am. And I haven't been able to go out and see her because they don't live as close. And I thought, well, I don't want to show up out there and get everybody sick because that would be a bad pappy. Die-hard Slade member, Mr. Perez, will not miss out. And Carol, what is up, honey? How are you tonight? And Mike, and you just made it in. Volkswagens are better than a Super Bowl. Oh, I'm not a sports guy. And even my son-in-law, my daughter Jamie here, his name's Brett. He is like the most awesome dad. He don't run out to the bars. He don't sit and watch sports. And if you watch sports, that's your thing. Hey, I get it, you know, but he has been like the best husband and father. We are so blessed. I tell Jamie that all the time. I'm so happy you guys are together because they're soulmates, you know, and she is. We love you so much. I love you too, baby doll. And Sil, it's Pappy. Oh, God. We get on FaceTime together, my daughter and I, my granddaughters. And it's like, I don't want to get off of FaceTime with them. And I know she's busy, you know, so it makes it. Oh, Lily just brought a toy to me. Thank you. Oh, my granddaughter will like this. Hey, Sil, you watching? Here's a dinosaur, baby. My dog likes dinosaurs, so we bought her a stuffed animal. But my granddaughter is hooked on dinosaurs. Like, she will name like 50 different dinosaurs, and she's baby. I don't even know how she does it. But every time she comes here, I always take one of the Beetles. I have a ton of them on my shelf because she's got a fixation with cars and Beetles. So she always gets to take a Beetle home. So now I'm just going to start stockpiling different colors for her. Get in the house. Take your time, Rick. It's fine, brother. Liam just bought some used Baby Weber's dual carbs for his ride, and he is super excited. Liam will love them, especially with Baby Weber's. I ran 34s on my 72, and they ran flawless. You just got to get them jetted right, you know. But Sil, hello, baby girl. And I said to my daughter, you know, she's the reason. Jamie Lynn Art, look at that nickname. If it wasn't for her, there would be no DIY channel. Now, I'm not saying I am the be-all, end-all. I'm not saying that. But there would have been no Slade channel. She's the one that had me do it. She said, you like messing with these cars, Dad. Please get on YouTube. It'll help people. And she is the reason for the season. Okay, well, you know. But she's the reason I'm on here because I really didn't know anything about it. And Keith, what is up, dog? How are you, brother? I hope you're feeling well today. So I do thank her for that because she was the one behind it, pushing me, telling me, you know, you got to do this. You got to do it. You know, leave some tracks behind in the sand for the granddaughters and do this. It will definitely catch on and it'll help people. And I'll be dang. She was absolutely right. I can't thank her enough for that. Have a kid's Beetle pedal car in red. Oh, that is really cool, Abe. That really is, in all sincerity. Rough day, but surviving. Yeah, Keith, you've been through hell. Poor guy don't even have taste buds now. And I'm sure most of you here know Keith that are used to coming in here every week. And like I said, there's only 35 people. I was expecting 70 to 100 as normal, but Super Bowl time. But there's a lot of people on here who know Keith, technically speaking. Thank you, Jamie Lynn. And hello, dog. Hope you're feeling well. And it's true, Bob. That's a true story, brother. She is the one. She's the backbone that pushed me when I declined. I said to her, honey, I'm not that guy. I don't know how to film and do all that, although she's really good at filming. If she had the time to film me, the channel would look totally different. And so proud of you. Don't put me down. We love you. Hope everyone has a good night. Thank you, baby girl. I love you so much. Give me a yell tomorrow on FaceTime. I'll be home all day. I love you, Sil and Autumn. I love you both very much. And I hope Brett's feeling well. Her husband came down with this flu also. And he's such a hard worker. But I love you, baby girl. I'll talk to you tomorrow, sweetheart. Night, gals. I'm glad she stopped in. That made my night. It actually made my night. I wonder if she hit the like button. Have to investigate this. She was the backbone. She's the reason I did it. Best place for a rebuild kit for the Webbers. They're Italian Webbers. Are you ready to start rebuilding carbs yet? I can rebuild the regular carbs. I just can't do the bushings yet. I have to get set up for that. But shoot me a message tonight. When I get off of here, I'll answer within the hour, brother. And I'll just send you a voice message. I usually do. And I'll tell you where to get a good kit for it. Kits, technically speaking. Let me see here, Abe. I'm working on the same pedal car. Yeah, actually, Heather's repolstering the seat for Wayne. Excuse me, for the pedal car. Well, not right now since she's sick, you know what I mean? But Rod, what is ups? You need a shower. You shower once a month, you're good. Just use a bunch of cologne. Lonnie, okay, baby. I just seen it tomorrow. I'll call you tomorrow. You call me, whichever's convenient. I'll be home all day, baby doll. She has been a blessing for a daughter. She really has. I am a proud daddy. There's no doubt, Lonnie. I was lucky, very, very lucky in life. Wonderful wife and kids. I could go on and on. I'm very, very fortunate. I really, really am. Yeah, Kevin, I actually pray for Keith every night before bedtime. No joke. He's included in my prayers. I won't get into people's personal business, but Keith has been through more than what I could handle. We'll put it that way. Slade, Michael said you were made for TV. He said yours natural was Ed Sullivan. Does everyone remember him? Tonight we have a really big show. I remember Ed. How can we not? Right now, Carol Mike said he is older than we thought he was. Tell him thank you. I always feel like a bonehead on video sometimes, but I do the best that I can do. I keep my stuff plain and simple. I don't want no fancy stuff for the channel. I want it easy to listen to. Well, not my voice tonight, but the fancy stuff is for some other folks. I don't do that. I don't want you to get distracted while you're trying to learn something. We can't spell you, Rod. You're good. As the shower is one way for people to stay away from me. Thanks. Get doctor reports this week. Hopefully it will be good news. I sure hope so. I really, really do. Keith, I don't even know how you're enduring what you have. Lily looks content. Oh, that's Tabitha there. That's the kitty. She has to, well, you really can't see her. She has to lay in here when I come in the office. She always does that. Lily's sprawled back out on the floor in there. I shower once a month, whether I need it or not. I'm 55. You know what, Abe? I'd like to just be 55 again, even. As soon as I'll be 62 soon. I'm lucky. Besides that bulging disc, I've been lucky because I know a lot of people in worse shape, and I don't want anybody to be in bad shape. I want everybody to feel good and do good. Kitty's relaxing and listening to the show. Yeah. And when I come in here to edit videos or anything, bang, she's in here. And she's my buddy, although she follows Heather around when Heather's up, though. Slades, take your time to respond. It's depressing me. I'll be checking my messages later tonight after I tend to Heather, Rod, no doubt. Sometimes I get a little behind in my messages. And I had a guy recently say to me, it took you a whole day to respond to me. So I responded to him. He didn't like it because he got nasty about it with exclamation points and capital letters. I'm like, dude, seriously, there's life, there's filming, there's editing, my kids, my grandchildren. So I do the best that I can with answering people. But everybody mostly has been awesome. Federal has 1 shower a year, whether you need it or not. DW, what is up? And we got 42 people, 43 likes. Somebody bailed, but I'll be honest with you. With the Super Bowl going on, I'm surprised that there's that many people in here tonight. I really didn't expect that. I feel like I'm in better shape now than before the accident. I hope so, Abe, because when you told me what was actually wrong with you due to the accident, I didn't realize that. That's pretty serious. I mean, I'm very happy that you're healing. It didn't end up wheelchair bound. I have a friend that way. That's horrible. Horrible. I complain sometimes. Oh, my knee hurts, my shoulder hurts, my back hurts. I've turned into my grandfather. I can even predict the rain. And well, kind of. And I used to say, man, I don't feel good, this and that. And then I'll see somebody in a wheelchair or a veteran amputee, and I think, oh, okay, how dare I complain when there's people way worse than me. Who's getting hurt about your response? No big deal, Rod. It was people want me to help in email, Facebook Messenger, the comment section on YouTube. I could go on and on, text on my phone that I gave some people my number. And then it's like, I can only do so much at one time. You're talking about 100 messages a day. And that's what somebody said, you took a whole day to get back to me. Well, I didn't know you were paying me. I try to do stuff to be nice, but thanks, Rod, but don't go Hunter on me here. Derek, car guys are not sports people. For the most part, you're right. In the late 70s, when I was a kid, I was watching sports with my dad, which was technically the Pittsburgh Steelers playing. But I never really got big into it, and I never watched sports again. It is true. I think for 90%, you're either a car guy or sports guy. It is what it is. And I have a car problem a little bit too much. I always did. I'd rather be here than watching the Super Bowl. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I know. And when you're old, when you have more doctors than friends. Yeah, I get tired of the doctors. Ugh. But, they're there to help, the whole deal. And Jim Johnson stopped in. What's up, brother? Thank you for being here. It said the car guys are also watch guys. I mean, but I want to, I was diagnosed with VW. It's just in your blood. You have to have light people should respect that. I'm never concerned in response. I have patience for that. Yeah, Rod, sometimes when I can't pick to you for a day, and really you're very easy to talk to. I don't know. You don't go, well, what took so long? You wouldn't believe some people. They get really mad. I mean, or I needed you to do a video and it took you 2 weeks. Well, I have to buy the parts. I have to order the parts, get them sent to the house. Then I have to prep for the video. So there's a lot involved with it. There really is. I don't think people realize that. And Edward, how are you tonight? Thank you for stopping in. And I used to play all sports when I was younger. I still watch sports on TV, especially baseball. And John Maine, how are you tonight? And Takako, my beautiful little friend, how are you tonight? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I played sports in 2 years of my senior year, Wayne, and I got kicked off the football team. I was a quarterback, and I did something not very nice, so I wasn't allowed to play anymore. Happens. Yeah, John Maine is a very personal friend of mine with his loveliness Takako, who visited me recently. She's so beautiful, so sweet, so sweet. Let me see. Edward says, I appreciate your sincerity to me about the loss after 63 years of my marriage. 71 buses waited my time. Yeah, I did, Edward. I was emailing you, actually. And I'm pretty down to earth with people, I think some people that get online that Bus Chop Top, what is up, brother? They forget who people are. they forget to be sincere. They start getting a narcissistic ideal about themselves. And this is not Hollywood. This is YouTube. And to me, I care about people. I want to see people happy. I want to help people. That's what this is all about. So when people meet me in person, I think then they realize that I'm just me. I'm not going to walk around going, it's me. You're welcome. I think that crap's disgusting. But I may be boring, but I'm real. And Popsco, now it's along the big boy pedal. Thank you for the video on it. You're very welcome. I hope it's helpful. Yeah. Another thing, Popsco, on that, if you run the roller pedal, I don't know if it's a placebo effect or not, but you literally have more space between the brake and a gas pedal. I wear a double E width and shoe. I don't know if that's big or not. And it was either a placebo, or when I removed the gas pedal and used a roller pedal, I felt like I had more room for my foot. And also the big boy pedal extender, they go, well, it's only 1 inch. That 1 inch somehow really made a difference. It's so worth it. So I'm glad the video is helpful. I think you're going to notice a big difference with it. Racing is a sport. Used to be a diehard NASCAR fan, but it sucks now. You know what, Darren? Excuse me. My father watched all that NASCAR stuff. My son actually ended up with a bunch of NASCAR diecasts from him even. I never watched it because I think I was always in the drag racing, because there was just a different car every, couple of minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes. But my dad was into that NASCAR heavily, heavy. I just want to thank you for all the support and inspiration and interest you show me in my journey trying to restore to 70 that we have named Coconut. Thank you. And thank you, Toby. And thank you, Liam. I know Liam may not be there tonight, but thanks for saying that. It's words like that they keep pushing me to move forward. And thank you all for the donations, because they always help out too greatly with me buying things that I need to do the videos. And it's been a great ride. When I stop filming, which will not be for a very long time. Well, I am 61, so we'll see. When the films stop, you know that I blanked out. So I'm going to go as long as I can. There's no doubt about that. I was too worried about the cars and girls to play sports in school. Oh, I was all about cars. I actually had taken my vehicles to high school parking lot, and I didn't want to take the bus after that. I was all about my cars, so I can relate to that. Slade, you're not supposed to kickbox when playing football. Yeah, Wayne, I got tired of somebody, I'll be honest, taking cheap shots. So I told the lineup to just let them right through, and I kind of clotheslined them, and I wasn't allowed to play anymore. So, but it was okay. It just wasn't meant for me. So did you ever do a video installing a engine compartment gasket? Yes, I did, Moose. Scroll back about 2-3 months, right around there, brother. And I did the seal all the way around with a removable apron. And if you do that, very nice to do, let me tell you. And you cut the seals and everything. So yes, there's a 2-part series about 2-3 months back. You'll find it. And yes, I did use quality seals though, And I did order the roller pedal also. Okay, Popsco, that's cool then. Yeah. Yeah, and Eco, right. The roller pedal just seems to give more room. I don't know why, but it feels like there's more room, And we have the Duke that stopped in, Mr. Brisket. How are you, my friend, with his beautiful Beetle? That's no bullcrap. And he's the one that taught me. Well, I didn't have nothing to hide on my bodywork, but he's the one that said, if it ain't white, paint it right. I did it again. If it ain't right, paint it white. And I thought, my body works good, but I want it white. So people are going to think I did that on purpose now. Duke's an awesome guy. He really, really is, in all sincerity. Get the roller pedal from Top Line Parts, like the one that I sent to Slade. He was too bashful to say anything, and I appreciate that. He says, I'm going to send you a roller pedal so you don't buy a flimsy one. And I'm like, thank you. That's a nice sponsor. I appreciate it. I got this roller pedal. I could probably knock somebody out with it. This thing is heavy. And I thank you, Adam. It is a very, very nice roller pedal. Very heavy construction. Top Line. I'm telling you, go to Top Line for that. They wrecked NASCAR. I don't know much about it, Heidi. I mean, I know there was a lot of stupidity going on. I won't bring it up on here, but yeah, I kind of believe that happened then. In the engine compartment, gas by 64 bug. I'll try to take pictures. Outstanding. And Keith actually sent me something I'm going to put up this week as an extra video. He did kind of a little bit of a time-lapsed voiceless rebuilding the old stuff, fuel pumps in a Beetle, and I got a cough. Excuse me. So I'm going to be putting that up this week, thanks to Keith. I think that was very nice of him to take out time to do on how to rebuild an old school fuel pump. My cow was in labor, so I'm happy now. Uh-oh, baby calf on the way. Now that is good news. And TMF, NASCAR is boring as hell. I used to watch every race. I'm hearing a lot of people that just don't bother. There's Rich. You had to stop in, didn't you? Okay, here we go. Rich is my buddy up northeast to me. A super, super good guy. I actually need to get on the phone with him, but I don't like to bug him. But I enjoy talking on the phone to Rich. I know he's watching the game tonight, but I joked on Facebook, and he says, "I'm sorry, buddy, I won't be in." I said, "I wasn't going to wear a shirt tonight." And he showed up. I love Rich. Very, very down to earth. We have similar personality, I found out. 6-year-old Jersey. Oh, wow. Cool. You see here, I just lost my place. There we go. And Pablo says, when installing 12-volt outlet on bugs, is there a preferred spot to tap into power? I also like how you do videos now with your other half. Quality couples are rare these days. It's inspiring. Thank you, Pablo. I appreciate that. I try not to overdo it, putting Heather on and have folks get the wrong idea. However, well, I have to watch. She acts silly on film, or maybe people like it. I don't know. But Heather likes to have fun and jokes. She means no harm. And she likes car stuff and gardening, of course. If you've been on her channel, big into gardening and flowers. And she does a lot of different things, visits old cemeteries and that. But the 12-volt outlet, you'd have to look at your fuse panel. If you want to send me a Facebook message or an email, then I can help you out in a little further detail, and we can discuss what you're doing. Because wiring stuff, you got to watch where you put it. Many times when I've done a lot of that stuff, and I know people don't like it and they cry, they fall down and throw themselves on their back, I'll run a wire to the battery with a fuse link, is what I do a lot, so I don't tap into the fuse box with some of the stuff. It's just an opinion, you know what I mean? But there's spots on the fuse panel, depending on what year yours is, that I can tell you where to tap into. Cars are funny. They come to look at everything. And he said yes. And I roller pedal on the 61. They're nice, Chris. They really are, in all sincerity. I'd love to be here on your VW Quest. That would be cool, James. It really would. Okay, what's on your list? Okay, Bob, we're going to get to the list. Of course I did. Yeah, man, give me a call when you can. Lots to catch up on. I'm out. Sounds good, Rich. I'll actually call you this week. We catch up on a lot of stuff all at one time. 61 TDI swap. Now that would be fun. That would be fun. Beetleworks Dylan is in here watching game with my girlfriend, her family growing more and more like riding lessons. Yeah, I seen a couple horse photos she had on her brother, and that was actually really cool. Applebee's. Okay, Kevin. That's an inside joke. The gang was all here for the picnic last year, and we spent a Friday evening at Applebee's together, and that was a blast. And then it got weird, but because Heather was there and had to do something silly. You two keep each other in check-in videos together. Thanks, Chris. She's my backbone. Heather's my backbone. I will protect her to the death, but she is my backbone. She has been the best wife. She really has. Okay. So first of all, we're going to start out mild. Everybody, what VW do you have? What year? What type? You have a Beetle, a Gia, a Bentley. You know what I mean? Let's do this first. I want to see here what everybody has. Super, standard, you know the deal. And I'll take a drink of my drink. Wayne, that's one of the bottles you sent. We have a 67. We have two 63s, a 68. Yes, James. 66 Beetle standards. That is in plural. and we had fun. 64, 73 Super, 72 Super. The Supers ride so comfortable. 52 and 62. Oh, that's right. Bill got a 52. Ooh. 67, 1 year only. 61, 68 and 70. 61 standard, 70 bus. Ooh, the 70 buses. They're worth a lot of money now. 67 vert, 71 super, 70 standard. Yep, the convertibles. When the top goes down, the price goes up. That didn't sound good. 57 Beetle rag top, a 70 Beetle stock with original engine. That's rare to have matching numbers. Fernando has a 61. I got a cough. 72 and 73, both super dupers, and a 72 super. Okay. Just making sure I didn't miss anybody because I don't like to do that. It's just ignorant. Okay. So now 66 dual cab. Oh, I can't bring it up on here yet. I'm going to be seeing a place that has a couple split windows and dual cabs that have been hidden in a barn for a while, and I'm going to be interviewing somebody, hopefully. That's going to be a video you do not want to miss. Just trying to keep it under my hat right now. But 66 dual cab, 68 trike, 73 rail. I like the trikes. 71, 73 super, 71 bus, 82 rabbit truck, and 67 vert is all matching numbers. And Edward slid in there with a 71 1600 and a 66 Beetle. And I was just getting the VW birth certificate to verify the original engine. Yeah, Keith, you're right. I think the price went up at them, huh? The birth certificates now. I wanted to get one for my 68. I probably should go ahead and order one because I'm going to keep this car. And the 68 Beetle's going to my son. I imagine he'll hold on to it. He likes his vintage cars now, too. He has one of his own, and he's acquiring something else a little bit fun. And Super 72. And I like the flat dash. Always liked them. And the 73 that I did on the channel the first time was the 73 with the bigger dash. I'm actually doing that dash in about 4 weeks because I got an extra dash that needs reconditioned. So it's going to make a great video, and then I'm going to throw it in the marketplace for like $250 because they don't make them dashes no more. But I'm going to refurbish it first. Yes, they added some more information. Oh, I didn't know that, Keith. That I did not know. Honestly, with ads, really? I don't have ads turned on. That's strange. I only ads at the very beginning because then I have to put manual. And if I want to add a ad to come up to help the channel, I'll click it. But I haven't touched anything, so that's kind of odd. I love YouTube. The VW birth certificate that verifies original engine. And Stuart, what is up, brother? Welcome in Louisiana, which I imagine your weather is better than mine. Did you request a picture of our project? I think you wanted 5 pics. Yeah, because what I wanted to start doing at the end of every video is take a club member just with their name, first name's fine, a picture of them, and 5 pictures of their Volkswagens, because I think that would be fun to include each club member each week in a video with what they have, because we are one big family. They're popping up in chat. Is anybody else getting ads popping up? Because I'm not doing that, in all honesty. Let me see something. No, I have it on manual. They make you choose either manual or automatic. And I did automatic one time, and it just bombed it with ads. And that was months and months and months ago. So I put it on manual. That way, the only commercial that comes on is when you first click on it. And always gets ads. None tonight. Yeah, ads popping up for me. I have no idea why it's doing it, because it says manual, and no, I don't have it turned on. Because for manual, I have to, yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I have it on manual. I didn't have it on have YouTube no ads. Well worth money. Wife and I have been sandblasting with a cab all day. Oh, sandblasting. That would be very much fun in all sincerity. Yeah, the ads, I mean, they do help the channel. There's no doubt about that. So you have to be patient with that. But outside of that, I had it on manual where I can click a button to make them come up. I never did find the button for that though, which I really didn't care about that, but there should just be an ad at the very beginning, but nothing surprises me anymore. Even on my long videos, I only have an ad at the beginning. I know some YouTubers, if a video is a half hour long, they like to have an ad in the middle, the ad at the end. I don't do that because you're trying to learn something and then it stops in the middle when you may have been writing something down. All the ads I'm getting are just women that want to date me. What's about that? If it says they're in your area, it's legit. I get that crap on Facebook a lot. I'll get these ads. There's a woman in your area and blah, blah, blah. And I keep clicking not interested or hide feed or whatever. And then I'm good for about a week and then it starts all over again. So I will screenshot and message you if I receive any additional ads. And dating ads every 5 minutes and it covers the chat. Wait, are you serious? It's dating ads in the live chat? I thought you were joking around. Because Wayne and I joke a lot, and I want Wayne's ads. Stuart got gypped. Yeah, there shouldn't be. I can't go to my settings. It'll knock me out of chat. But I did not choose for ads to come up. I don't do that. I do not do that. Only at the very beginning one will come on to monetize the video. Okay, so I was going to ask what motor you were running, but I do believe my ads are paying guns. That's because this is Slade OF page. OnlyFans page. Anyways, way to pull the case stud for the distributor. Needed out for the pat down setup. I've had the ads in the past, but not today. I'll screenshot, send it to you. I keep getting Princess Cruise ads. Hey, it's a cruise. I can't believe the ads are popping up. I'm a little puzzled by that. Kevin, to get that out of there sometimes with the shockwave system, I believe is what you're running. You can use your old clamp down so you don't have to get that stud out. But if you want to use the new clamp, to put the new stud in, I would heat that up lightly, but don't go bonkers because magnesium, once it lights, you're not putting it out. But I would spray a little Croil or something down in there, let it sit for a little bit, double nut it, and try to break it loose. Or a little bit of heat like MAP gas. But don't hold it there too long, just a little bit at a time, and then break it loose and wind it out. And you should have no issue with that. Just don't go crazy with the heat, The shockwave you like at. Dino's installed thousands of those. Well, I overdid it, but you get that too. I also received a message that I'm related to some king who left millions and they need to acquire the funds. Keith, you might want to take advantage of that, brother. Have an auto shipper they recommend. That I don't. I've never shipped an auto far, so that I can't help you on. I'm not saying anything. Haven't seen an ad yet. Hello, y'all. Good night. I'm a little late. Hey, what's up, VW1965? And just making sure I didn't miss anything here. Yeah, no AI. No, I will never do that, Abe. I don't play them games. I'm me. I keep it real and plain Jane. Sometimes I'd like to turn up the heat a little bit and make some jokes, but everybody gets so sensitive now. I don't bother. You know what I mean? So I think the best thing for me is to keep it plain, simple, clean, and easy to understand. Thank you once again for the great videos, learning every project. Got my clutch cable changed. Oh, nice, Gary. Outstanding. I got to put mine in, and I'm going to show how to adjust the Bowden tube. But that won't be till the following week or the end of this week, because the one video that I really want to get up this week, a lot of people are going to need it. And I hope they use it and do what I tell them. Not that I'm their boss, but they're going to notice their vehicle starting up much differently. And you can do it for like $12. And I'll make it easy to understand, And Park and Sherry, how is Heather doing? Oops, I said her other name on her. Never mind. She's actually in bed. She was doing a little better. My kids visited earlier this evening, my son and daughter, not the daughter with the babies, the other daughter. And she was trying to hang in there while they were here. She made some type of homemade soup, like cabbage, onions, pizza, I need pizza. Uh, so she always wants to send soup home with my kids. I think no matter what, you always miss your mom's cooking, and I Heather is a good cook, but she kind of went downhill a little bit ago. So I told her, just go lay in bed, take a nap for a little bit. But thank you for asking. I knew she was going to catch what I had. We're always sitting together constantly. We're very close, you know what I mean? But good night, Adam. Thanks for being here, brother. But thank you for asking. She does seem to bounce back a little better than me, though, because she's like one big natural solid. Everything she takes is natural. Excuse me. It's worth the extra cash for a narrow beam with roller bearings over the poly bushings. To tell you what, duct tape. I like that nickname, duct tape. I use a lot of that. I prefer the roller bearings. That's just me. But remember, I'm older school. I go by what Germany did. It doesn't sound right, so to speak. And I'm watching my phone to see if I found a commercial. I got my phone running on one side of me, and I wanted to see if an ad popped up. It must not have been. I like the old school stuff. So the roller bearings, if they're good, just make sure you clean up and do some greasing, and I think you'll be perfectly fine. I have a 2-inch narrowed adjustable beam and 0 offset spindles, so I'm pretty excited about the setup that I do have. But I'm good with roller bearings. That's just my opinion, though. And when I did self-driving car breakup with the passenger, I said, I just need someone who can take the wheel sometimes. I couldn't do a self-driving car. I'd be freaked out. I really would be freaked out about that, to be honest with you. And I'll put my emergency brake in. No big deal. Yeah, you know what? I did a video recently on the handle because a lot of people's buttons quit working. So I showed the cat's paw inside and how to fix it. I apologize for the cough. And also, I also did emergency brake cables, handbrake cables videos. So those were up recently. If you need them, Gary, they're definitely there. Duct tape turns no into duct tape is like a savior. You know what I mean? No matter what and that gorilla try again. The gorilla duct tape. Heather's a big fan of all the gorilla products. They work. That stuff, you could hold a house together with it. Pizza for your Nutter Butters for Heather. Get well soon. Thank you so much, Toby. Thank you for the live chat. I really, really appreciate that donation. I really, really do. Thank you very, very much. Him and his son have been big supporters with donations and hoodies and T-shirts and beer. Well, they haven't bought beer, but hey, Toby, by the way, did you, while it's on my mind, because him and I talk back and forth, did you order seatbelts and where from? I was just curious about that, my friend. We're trying to keep his son safe, plain and simple. I just got an ad going to message to you, Slade, a screenshot, not going to say here what it's about. Yeah, I'll check it when I get off of here. I just can't figure out why you're getting ads for it, but I don't have that turned on. 67 VW forever. I might have missed what is going on, but your engine combo going to be in a 68. That's okay. It's going to be a 1904 stroker with dual 40 cadrons, 110 cam, and light and flywheel with a 1.5-inch exhaust with the big valve heads. Wow, that was a lot to say. But it should run good. I'm looking to just climb hills better. I need a haircut. That's my main goal, so that's what I'm going to run. I think it'll be extremely dependable motor that have the power, that I'm after. The engine's already done. I just got to redo the tins and stuff like that, As Red Green said, duct tape is the handyman's secret weapon. We should actually just have a holster with duct tape in it because it is the best thing to have on hand. And Keith, thank you very much, brother. Thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate that. He is another one that is also donating all the time to the channel and helping out. It like, I'd said one time before, and this is not out of pity, YouTube pays like this much, but then I put out that much. And you know what the reward is, though? Not even as much as donations, which I appreciate. It does help for me to get videos done. It's people needing the videos and watching them. When I see a comment and somebody says, "Thank you, I needed this video, my car's fixed," right there, bang. That makes me so happy, because if people weren't using the videos, it wouldn't be worth doing. And that's why I keep building a playlist on the channel. If you click the playlist tab, that way there's engine, brakes, interior, stuff like that. But thank you all for the donations. They're very, very helpful. I really appreciate that. Not yet headed to Kelly next week. Go to stop by Wolfsburg West in person. Bang. There you go, Toby. I'm not your boss, brother, but I tried to nudge you that way. I don't like people saying, well, these seatbelts aren't too bad, I like them. You're talking about your life. I mean, and especially we're talking about Liam, one of our young club members. He deserves a good set. And I know you're a good dad, so I wasn't really that worried. Keep in mind, I'm on an iPhone on a TV computer connection, so I'm not sure if there's a difference. Now, that, Wayne, I don't know, because I've never really seen anybody say anything about ads coming up anymore since I had toggled that to make sure it didn't come on. Only one at the beginning when it starts, no joke, I subscribed to a monthly Nutter Butter snacks. You know what, Cherry, I'm usually pretty good in the store. I don't really get into buying a lot of sugar anymore, but my brain snapped. I was just standing there looking at the cookies, and I'm like, all right, they're coming home with me. It was one of them love at first sight things, and Nutter Butters are really good. There's a funny story about my son with Nutter Butters in high school, but I ain't gonna bring it up. Now getting dog training ads. I guess I should get a dog then. I do have a holster. I can't figure out why you guys are getting hit with ads. I'm watching my phone. Must have messed my chin up. And I'm not seeing nothing step up. Are you getting ads that are not covering up me talking, but they're popping up and blocking the chat? Because that's what I just seen on my phone, but not on the TV. Hard to describe. I have a pretty big setup here, but I just don't know why that's happening. I'll try to ask YouTube this week, because I get a guy that I email from YouTube, why did I have this happen? And he will answer me. He's pretty good about that. I'd always hit the like button on the videos. I appreciate that. I wished, I'll get like 2,000 views on a video and get like 200 likes. And I don't get that because I don't think people realize hitting the like button promotes the video. It doesn't make me money. It promotes the video. And YouTube goes, oh, a lot of people like this. Let's share it to more people. That's what it does. Yeah, ads only pop up on my phone, not TV. Okay, Darren, that's what I caught when I looked over at my phone. It's covering the chat when it comes up. And it was some blonde girl. I don't know what it said. So I'll reach out to Dave on YouTube. He works for Google, and ask him, why did that happen? He may tell me I checked the wrong box or something, because the last few weeks I've not heard nobody bring this up. So I'll find out, though. You can be assured of that. I like my live chats to be clean and cool. You know what I mean? Easy peasy. Let me see here. Slade, I have a surprise in the works. I'll get with you when it's finished. Sounds good, Keith. I'll actually stop by this weekend and we'll have coffee and see what's up. I'd really like that if I could, to be honest with you. But thank you, Keith. I appreciate that very much. Let me see here. Ads in the chat. Yeah, that's what I just seen on my phone, and I'll find out. I will find out this week, because I don't like them in the middle of the chat. I don't mind them being in the beginning of it. I live out in the country and seeing funny as trespassers welcome. Dog food is getting expensive. You put that on my fence. That would be funny. Let me see here. Let me catch up. Yes, ads replace chat through the page, but you're still visible. Have you used a thread chaser set rather than tabs to clean up threads on used bolts and nuts? Jim, you know what? People are going to go, you bonehead, or you idiot, or you stink. I never really bought anything to clean up threads. I just usually use my taps. As long as you have the right, obviously, you already know this, Mr. Johnson, as long as you have the right size. I hit them with a little cutter oil or sometimes PB Plast. And I did that with when I was doing a head job on recently, rebuilding heads. I just used my taps and ran them on, ran them off a couple times, and they were clean. And people are like, use thread chasers. I'm not buying a whole nother set of something because I try to keep stuff as reasonably cost as I can with the economy. I was looking at my videos, fixed problems with new outside door handles. Couldn't find one. Problem is, won't open after changing for new ones. Anyone? Wow. Make sure you post that on our group, Jerry. That's kind of weird. Couldn't find one. The problem is won't open after changing the new ones. Yeah, post that on a group. That makes sense. I don't have a 65, but it should function technically the same way. And I don't see how it must be grabbing the latch wrong and it won't release. So maybe if you could pop the door handle though, then you can reach inside of there. You know what I mean? That would be my best view on that. Yes, ads blocking chat. No ads here on my laptop. It's something about the phones then, because I got a laptop and a TV and a phone running, and my phone's the only one that's doing it on. So I will find out about that this week. Thank you for the donation, Mr. Rick. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you very, very much. That was very thoughtful. You folks are great. You really are. It helps more than people know. I appreciate that very much. Wrong Girl's new subscriber to the OF page. Only problem with the Nutter Butter's not enough cookie in a container. Can't throw a movie without running out. I like Nutter Butters, but I got to have a cup of milk near me. I don't want to start talking about food. I'll be leaving. We have some our place if you can read this year in range. Oh, no, I like that one. Thank you, Slade, for all the great information. And thank you, Edward, for saying that. I really appreciate that. When I see them comments on videos, and I try to answer as many comments as I can. Sometimes I get behind, that every once in a while I will see somebody say, just thank you for your time. And that's a heck of a comment. You know what I mean? That means a lot to me. Let me see here. I don't want to miss anything. And duct tape started off secret in NASA. Yeah, I think duct tape was used in Apollo 13. I watch you my PS5 and no ads tonight. This is a phone thing. I can tell now because I got 3 different styles. I have laptop, TV, and phone. And when I glanced at my phone, that's when I seen it come on. This is a phone thing. But I'll find out though. Wife got notification before I could tell her. Hey, Raul, what is up, brother? Jack of all trades. Hey, Slade, just got in for fishing. So about a quick question. I placed the race on the sill before I installed it to prevent pinching of the sill when tightened. Is that a thing? The race, I'm rereading this. I placed that race on the sill before installing to prevent pinching. Do you mean the shims, Raul? The 3 shims that got to go in? Because you need 3. And then you put the sill in? Is that what you did, brother? I want to see what he says. Oreos dipped in milk. Yeah, I like Oreos. V8 Nate, what is up, my bro? How are you doing tonight? Him and his beautiful family. I'm trying to think what Raul means. Rear seals on my bug. Quick question. I placed the race on the seal before. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the rear wheel bearings? Rear seals on my bug. I need to see what he means by that. I need to see what he means by that. That thicker metal piece. Okay, are we talking about the rear wheel bearings, Raul, or are we talking about the rear of the motor, the main seal? Or am I just being dumb here? Let's go ahead and finish the rear seals. And I think he means the rear wheel bearings. Good night, Liam. I got Liam and Toby. Thank you very much, Toby. And tell Liam we said hi. And thank you for the support. I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, and reach out to me about the Webbers. I'll talk to you on Facebook Messenger. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I'm still foggy. That thick metal piece. Yes, the real women. Okay, Roll. I was seeing what you were talking about. I'm trying to picture in my mind. You slide on that sleeve. Then I have to look at my video. I'm too foggy because let me scroll up. So it's my quick question. I placed the race on the seal before I installed to prevent pinching the seal when tightened. Check my video out because now I'm trying to remember, because I know that there was a race and it slides inside so that your shaft kind of stays stiff. And then I put on a seal, and then that concaved sleeve slid over top of the seal. My video will be easier for you to watch it. I can give you a link to it because it's hard for me to describe it. But that concaved one goes over the little rubber O-ring. And then after that, you obviously will be putting on your paper gasket. I use aviation sealer and put it on. And then I put on the big O-ring over the whole thing. I know that's hard to explain compared to my video. My video, I got really up close, brother. Tell me if you need the link to that. And you got to get them in a right specific order. It's just a little harder to explain than it is to show on film. Are you following your list for tonight? No, I didn't get to yet. I need to go. Have a great week. You too, Mr. Johnson. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Like I said, there's more people in here than I thought for being Super Bowl night. Not everyone. See you next weekend. Have a good week, Abe. Thanks for being here, brother. Dave, I'm not a coffee drinker. Have a good week, everybody. Get better, Slade and Heather. Thank you, Carol Mike. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Wayne's heading out. And Wayne, that's actually right here. That's the vanilla one. Thank you, sir. We'll get better. And good night, Dino. Have a good night, brother. And I saw it. It was helpful. Oh, okay. Okay, Raul. Let me see here. I'm just scrolling back and forth. I hate to not say goodnight to people, but I guess that won't work. And let me see. Good night, Dino. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Slate. You're welcome, Raul. Just message me online because it's so much easier if I can see a picture, or if you'll watch the video then and go, oh, wait, okay, I get it. It's so hard to explain sometimes on here. Okay. What we're going to do, I'm going to talk about a couple of things here before I go in about 20 minutes. For one thing, I want to talk about shocks. My buddy Johnny actually had brought something to my attention a while ago. He is a very close friend of mine, JJ. He's out west. And I never really thought about this before, but when it comes to shocks, everybody puts gas shocks all the way around or oil shocks all the way around. And Johnny don't like run his mouth unless he's pretty sure about something. And now I'm running oil shocks on the front, and I have some oil shocks for the back that I'm replacing with KYB gas shocks. Our motors are heavy in the back, well, for Volkswagen, compared to the weight in the front of the car. The weight in the front of the car, we carry like 10 or 11 a gallon of gas if your tank's full all the time. But here's the thing with that. Is in the front, you don't have much weight. And if you're running gas shocks in the front, you're going to have a stiffer ride. And they're stiff enough, especially with, standard Beetles. So I have found out from some research and talking to Johnny, try to run oil shocks up front. And then in the back, run your gas shocks because there's more weight back there and the back will be a little stiffer instead of too soft. So I hope that's a helpful point that I wanted to get into first. The electric works good, and pedal assembly does not taste too bad either. Little salty. I mean, it depends. If you warm it, then it tastes so much better. I mean, I'm a dielectric grease nut. I mean, oil front, gas rear, way better ride. It is, Kevin. It really is. Johnny brought that to my attention a little while ago. And of course, I bought a brand new set of oil shocks in a box. So I'm going to put them on my classified Facebook group and sell them off. I mean, there's nothing wrong. They're brand new. I didn't use them, but I got a lot of stuff going up. If anybody wants an original Sapphire AM radio that works, that's going up on the marketplace. So if a club member wants it first, let me know. I'm going to clean it up and test it, but I know it works already. Uh, Carburetors. I want to talk about carburetors real quick. I know there's only 36 people left in here right now, but hey, you too, Gary. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great upcoming week. With your carburetors, a lot of people buy a Solex, used on classifieds or wherever, slam it on, and boom, it don't work. It's just not running right. Remember, you can rebuild a carburetor all day long, but if the throttle shaft bushings are bad, which I'll be getting into doing them soon, I just got to get a setup done like Volksbits has, and I'll start doing them for club members. If your throttle shaft is leaking, there's nothing you can do. I mean, you could pack some grease in there temporarily, you know what I mean? But I think no matter what, and that's good, Rick. I'm glad, brother. It when it comes down to it, I'm a dual carb guy. And when you run dual 34s or dual 40 cadrons, I don't really go much bigger on them because I think the IDFs are a pain in the butt and they get a lot of dirt in the idle jets and they cause you to cry and do bad things. So, I mean, my thought on carburetors, the dual 34s are the simplest and easiest ones to work with, the Webers. If you want to buy the empty ones, that's fine. But if you really want to wake your car up a little bit, do the dual 34s, okay? Do a shockwave pat down system, very reasonable system, but you're getting everything that matches the distributor, the coil, everything matches each other and are fully adjustable. If you do dual carburetors, baby carbs, and you do a nice exhaust system that's less restrictive with your pat down shockwave system or CB Performance, I just prefer the shockwave. When you do them couple little things, you're going to notice a difference in that car. Your Beetle is going to run completely different. It'll run very optimal. And when you're climbing hills, you won't have to use the throttles like an on-off switch. You'll be able to push it halfway and zoom up the hills. So that's my thought on that. Remember another thing, by the way, folks, I did a video on this and some don't get as many hits because I think they feel some of mine are clickbait, which I do not do that. Check your rag joint. What holds your steering column to your steering box? There is a round piece of rubber with 4 holes, and I can't pop the video on it right now. Make sure you check that rag joint like once every. Good night, Kevin. Have a great week, brother. Thank you so much. Check that rag joint. They're prone to cracking, and according to VW maintenance, I believe every 6,000 miles, you're supposed to check those when they had the dealerships running for the Beetles then. So let's keep an eye on our rag joints once in a while, or steering coupler. I call it rag joint because that's old term. The auto stick starter, if any of you are experienced, and then it starts up, okay, good, Stuart, I'm glad. And always buy a good quality one. But you know that, I'm sure. Auto stick starters, okay. I should have been bringing up all this stuff when there was more people in here, but there's 38 people. They may like us. A lot of people, when they buy a starter, they buy a 4-speed starter, which, because their cars have 4-speed. Spend the extra 10 or 15 bucks and buy the semi-auto stick starter. You don't have to worry about the bushing and the bell housing because it doesn't go in and reach it anyhow. And the semi-auto stick starter is used to turning over a heavy torque converter. Well, now it's only turning over like a 20-pound flywheel, 22-pound, I think. I can't remember. Well, instead of 40-some pound. Right there tells you when you hit that key, you're having double the torque from the starter. You're going to be starting your Beetle going, wow, because instead of that, it's going to be just like, vroom. If you need a starter or you get, like, well, I kind of would like to change my starter, do an auto stick starter. And no, Bob, that won't work on a 6-volt system. I'm sorry. It is for 12 volt. But let's see if we can figure something out for you, Bob. I'm always pretty good with solving a situation like that. So let's see what I can figure out for you if we can do something to make that work. But let me work on it. Give me a couple of days, brother. Okay, so I was going to tell my video that I'm doing this week, but I'm not going to tell what it is. And that will be up Thursday or Friday. I think a lot of people will need this video because, yes, absolutely, Rick. It will work on all 12-volt systems, so to speak, for the auto stick starter. Rick, I'm telling you, when you do an auto stick starter and hit that key, you're going to be like, wow, I want to go hang out with Slade and have some coffee now. It's a total difference, night and day. I want autistic start with 6-volt Bendix. I love my flywheel. Yeah, I mean, stay with what you have, Heidi, if need be. You know what I mean? But it's the semi-auto stick starters are really hefty. They're like buying a high torque starter, technically, but they're not for 6-volt, though, but a 6-volt Bendix, yes, I know where you're going with that. My video, I won't say what it's going to be this week. Anyhow, well, I want to do that anyway. Absolutely, Rick. Just reach out to me if you need anything, brother, on Messenger, and I'll help guide you to it. Well, you can buy it anywhere, but you don't want to buy a crap one because then you'll be taking it in and out and go, damn, Slade, really? But yeah, I'm doing a video Thursday or Friday because we have a lot of old wiring in our cars. Some people have new wiring harness. That's awesome. And some people don't. And some people are getting that same start condition going like, okay, it's slowly starting over. It started. I'm going to do something this week for $12. And I will be very, very specific. Terrence T. Tad, what is up, brother? That's my buddy out the road for me. I love that guy. And Mark, what is up, brother? Your house, and I'll bring the coffee. Outstanding, Rick. I would look forward to that, brother. I'm going to solve an issue and do a detailed video this week. You'll spend 12 to 14 bucks on the part, but we have old wiring in our Beetles now. Even if you have new wiring, sometimes it don't matter. Stuff coming from the ignition. But I'm going to show you how to do something up close and in depth. Very easy to do, very easy to follow. I try to keep my videos that way. And your car is just going to go vroom, real quick. That video is upcoming this week, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm just trying to heal first, but my part will be here Tuesday, so I'll film it Wednesday or something like that, or Thursday. But you're going to want to see this. Lottie, good night, my dear. I hope you have a great, great week. Stay warm up there, honey, because I know it's colder where you are than what I am. Yeah, my car is 12-volt. I blast it through a 6-volt. And I thought you brought that up before, Heidi. I'm not positive. No, I have Italian wiring. My wiring in my 68, surprisingly, I don't know why, nobody ever touched it. Never touched it. And even my radio recess hole was never cut up or hacked. But my wiring is beautiful. I knew what you meant, Rick. I know what you meant, brother. Truthfully, I'm quite surprised because everybody's always in there and they look like an octopus or anything, but mine is very neat. Well, not right now. I ripped it all apart to mess with the dashboard, but I'm going to show you a part to buy for $10 or $12 that you're going to put in. You're going to follow the video. It's not, I will make it very easy to follow. I promise you that. I try to always do that. And I just seen on my phone that did cover my chat. Meet and date an online senior. Well, that was a targeted ad for me, wasn't it? All right. I'll find out why it's doing that. It's only doing it on my phone, I see, but I will find out. I'll email my buddy. He'll take care of it. But hey, God bless Raul. Have a great week, brother. Thank you so much. If you get a chance, check out his channel. His Beetle's gorgeous. It really, really is, in all sincerity. Fernando, good night to you. I had problems with starts for a few years. It started with the key edge. I finally went to push button. And some people do, Daniel. There's nothing wrong with the push button. Somebody did that to my buddy's car. And one of the club members, as I told you, when the 68 is done in May or June, club members' cars will be in my garage next. And the first one I'm going to do, actually, real quick for somebody, is somebody put a push button in his, but I think they were like 10 beers deep and smoked a little too much, and his button don't work half the time. So if yours is working good, you got it made. Some people mess with these wiring, and I'm like, oh my God, what did they do? And I don't mean you, obviously. But what I'm going to show, even this is regardless of a push button, the video I'm going to do will really, for a $10 or $12 part, you're going to do it if you choose to do it, and you're going to be like, wow, because it'll just boom, that quick, it'll start up. A very easy video to follow, and that will be out this week. I promise you that. I never had to start anybody sewing video. I barely touched starter switch, it'll pop off and run. I kept it turned and points and valves adjusted. Oh yeah, absolutely, Keith. But this is gearing more towards an electrical problem that a lot of the old wiring has with a lot of these cars. But yeah, and the main thing is if you keep, I've always said this, do your valves, do your points, and do your timing, and adjust the carb. Uh, People ignore that, and then they'll say, my car's not running right. It's like, well, because you're not maintaining it. These are old mechanical cars. I think they're fun to work on. Well, okay, I went too far with that. They're not bad to work on. Where can I have Nuno's lasagna through my Bob previous owner, twist nut to attach wires? Oh man, Cherry, I've seen that before. Electrical twist nuts, like I used on the electrical in the house on the Beatles. But you know what? Maybe some guy just didn't have much and he was just trying to put things together. But some things you shouldn't do. I mean, thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. I try to do videos that I know are going to help folks. And I know some of my videos are boring when you're watching me do body work. But when I'm doing that stuff and you think, why is he showing the body work? Well, because I like you to follow me on my journey at the same time. And then also, I'm always showing you something. I tried Evercoat lightweight body filler. That's why I showed it in a couple of videos when I did my quarter panels, because that stuff went on like butter and it's sanded off. A 2-year-old could have sanded it smooth. So there is reasons that some videos may be boring, but I appreciate it when you folks watch all the videos. Even if you get bored, just let the video run and hit like, and it kicks the algorithm up so YouTube don't sweep me under the carpet. Someone in English show a few years ago, got England to do OEM clone wiring harness, and the price was reasonable then. And wiring harnesses aren't as bad as people think they are. I was going to do one on my 68 just to do an in-depth video because everybody rushes when they film it, and I don't know why. I was going to do an in-depth video and take my time on my 68, but my wiring is so nice that I hate to do that. The 72 that might be here when I'm done, depending, I got a lot of people lined up that want their car on video getting fixed. And then one guy, it was like 4 days ago, said, can you do mine? Mild restoration. And maybe 5 days ago, 6 days ago, I think it was right before I got sick. And I said, yeah. I says, we can put it on video and do a mild, quick restoration and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'll supply the parts. And I'm like, cool. And I was like an eighth of the price of labor because that's not cheap to do. And he got mad at me. I'm like, well, okay, never mind. But that was like 5 days ago. I never heard back from him. I get so many people lined up to put in the garage and film and do their cars that it's fine. I just don't think he should have got mad at me over that. You're talking $20,000, $30,000 labor now when you tell somebody, $4,000 for a full restoration. I think that's pretty cheap with him supplying the parts. I sold on English UK. I read that one and hey, my screen jumped. There it is. Yes, working on trying to watch to see for ads. C4, I do not know. He cut the wiring in the engine bay. Oh man, and I've seen stuff like that before, Keith. A couple Beetles I gotten in the past, I opened the trunk lid and I'm like, oh my God. It looked like spaghetti, like Rick said. I mean, mine had twist nuts on it too. Darren, maybe you showed me a picture of that, or I could be wrong. Because, and I understand people think, oh, twist nuts for the wire, do it on the car, but you shouldn't be doing that there. I like using shrink wrap a lot when I'm connecting connectors and then shrink wrap, heat it with a lighter, and bang. I like doing that. I'm getting ads from farm supplies. That's targeted ads, though, if they're actually coming up with stuff that you do. But I find it funny y'all are saying it's only on the phones, which is really weird because I'm on my TV and computer and I'm not getting nothing, only on my phone. But I'll figure it out, folks. I will. Uh, I'm heading out. Going to help my son-in-law with windows in the morning. Hope you have a great week. Love your show, Slade. Thanks, Chris. Much love to you, brother. Thank you so much for being here. I always appreciate that very much. Never saw a boring video. Thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. Like I said, I keep mine low key. I don't do nothing crazy for except I get forgetful and I don't cut stuff out of my videos. I'd rather leave little blunders and mistakes because it shows that, it's human error, I brought MP $300 starter 10 years, was weak and no returns. I hate MP. Yeah, there's been some complaints about the starters with them. I will say that. I think the AC Delco auto stick starter is one of the ones that everybody is really, really, and if you're on Facebook, you can send me a message. I can give you a link, but that's the one that people have been running for years. It's the AC Delco semi-auto stick starter. I just can't show you nothing while I'm in here. It'll knock me out of chat, my friend. You said it, Rick. Ford was affordable, 65 minutes, way over 800 front back, was 3 days fixing mode, a diagram from the Samba. Samba has a lot of good diagrams on them. They do. I did on the steering column wires. It was nuts. Yes, I thought you sent me something about that. Yeah, that wasn't a good place to do wire nuts. That's for sure. Poor Darren. He runs into a bunch of crap with his cars, but I guess we all do, really. My car came from a wrecker without a motor. They cut, no, unplugged anything. Well, and that's why I was surprised with my 68 because I really, really, when I opened the trunk lid, the original writing was underneath the cardboard protection kit from the factory lineup. The inspector writes 68 on her, like he checked this and checked that. It was still under the trunk and everything. So I was quite shocked that nobody had ripped the wiring up and erased that stuff. I was actually impressed by that. Top of ads, I'm getting guts, flush, and random ads, Google ads, insurance companies are trying to tell me something. Let me see here. I bought a reman starter from Riley. I hope when I get that for it will work. Bob, that's where I bought a battery. I got a starter from them. I bought the AC Delco. I never had a problem. O'Reilly's, I will tell you, if you do have an issue, they will take the part back. Okay, I'm seeing these ads come up a lot now on my phone. Meet curvy women. Now, I can assure you one thing. I have not punched in anything trying to look for women. So I have no idea why that's coming up on the phones, but not my TV, not my computer. It's the phones. But I will find out. I won't keep going into that. I will find out why it's doing that because it wasn't doing it before. But I think I'm going to go eat, but I definitely want to check on Heather. She was doing somewhat okay earlier, but when the kids left, which I love my children so much. I'm so happy when they spend time with us. She kind of got a little tired. So I'm actually going to check her temperature, check on her, and then I'm going to make a little bite to eat. And then I'm going to get on Messenger to see if anybody of you have asked anything then on there. And I hope I have a new harness I installed yet. I noticed the original VW wire 64 has red, white. As long as the replacement harness does not have the stripe. You know what, Keith? Did they give you a schematic on it, or a diagram? I'm sorry, I say schematic, because it should show the difference. If not, we can find something on the Slamba and transfer that around for you. Thank you very much, Mike. I appreciate that. I really do. And Pops Go. Thank you all for being here. We still had a little over 40 people in here, even though there was a Super Bowl, and that really made me happy. It really, really did, in all sincerity. Love all you folks. I really mean that. This is just the best family, and I always thank my kids for pushing me and being behind me on all this. And Heather, she's the backbone. There's no doubt about that. God bless all of you. I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful week. And if you need anything, Keith, let me know, though. And I will see you next Sunday at 8 p.m. Thursday or Friday, the new video will be up. And if you could take out time and just start watching each video, even if you don't need it, please let it run and give it a like. It helps the channel so much. Much love to you all. I will see you next week. Being an idiot as usual. Love you guys.